Hi there, Debo here. Today we're going to take a look at the Darwin Martin house in Buffalo, New York, designed by Lloyd Wright for Darwin Martin, who was one of the higher-ups in the Larkin Soap Company. The Larkin building was one of the first office buildings Lloyd Wright designed, and it was located in Buffalo, but it was it was brought to the ground, and so it's no longer there. But we get to take a look at the Martin house, which has been pretty adequately, admirably restored to some early 1900s photographs of the ideal appearance of the building. And we're also going to take a look at the Atom Brick set, which you could purchase at the Martin house. Now, you can also purchase these online through Atom Bricks. Atom Bricks is owned and operated and run and designed by Adam Reed Tucker, former designer for Lego, who really instigated and initiated the architecture sets and the architecture line, which we still enjoy today. He did a lot of the early designs. And the layout of the Martin house here, you can see a lot of similarities between his Roby house design set and this. Of course, this has got a little bit more fleshed out color. Lego on the right and Atom Brick on the left. Set the only way you can really see all the detail, which is to get down to eye level with it. And that's how you see the house, as you'll see in the video clips coming up here. I had the fortune to get out there not too long ago and actually purchase this set at the Martin house, actually in the carriage house back there, and I'll give you a kind of a more pinpoint as to where you can find it if you do visit the Martin house. Over where the camera is now, there's a visitor complex, so that's kind of where you start your tours, and then you can go all the way through the house and through the grounds. After that's finished, though, you have to confine yourself to the outside or the pergola or the conservatory. So a little glance at the outside of the conservatory from outside of the carriage house, and we're walking down along the lovely garden path here. The posts on the right that you see out in the center are actually for clotheslines, for drying clothes. And then this is a lot more fleshed out foliage-wise than what this set is. But it was an overcast day. We were hoping there wouldn't be any rain, and thankfully it just kind of let off like seconds after we began our outside tour. So things might look a little dark and gray and damp, but hey, it's Lloyd Wright. I'll take it any way I can get it. You can see the thin bricks used in the exterior there. Those are Roman bricks, longer and thinner than your average brick, which adds a nice lengthening effect to the whole overall feel of the place. A lot of this foliage and plant life and whatnot, landscaping that you see here has been recently done to try to bring the house back to its former glory. It's gone through some struggles in its life. Of course, this is the little carport that you would pull the carriage under, and everybody would get out, and then the carriage carries on to the carriage house back there. And this pathway leads out to Jewett Street. The neighborhood was designed by Frederick Law Olmsted, who has a park not too far from there. So the street layout provided a little bit of a challenge for Wright right off the bat. But yeah, in typical Wright style, he figured something out. But this is after the tour, where you get to kind of walk around at your leisure and check out things on the outside of the house. And I kind of took full advantage of that. Shoes might have gotten a little bit wet, but hey, I don't care. This was a sight to behold. Getting to see this building from all the various angles and feeling, not constrained to a tour regimen as I'm looking around out here. It's a dose of freedom you don't get a lot of times with Lloyd Wright properties. And as always, this one was being worked on currently. Most of the Lloyd Wright you will visit, should you have the occasion, will have some kind of renovation, remodeling, water damage, remediation work going on. So just be prepared for that, and it kind of adds to the charm of the experience. You can be like, oh, I was here when they worked on this roof. Oh, well, they're working on this one this time. But that's a little bit of the house that we didn't get to go out to. It's just kind of like a porch that's off the main living room and dining area there. But the landscaping is robust and wonderful, and I highly recommend taking a look at it if you can. So this is that same side of the house. As you can see, the set mostly focuses on the house, and of course, because of the constrictions of the brick and the type, some details are omitted. Some are, just given too much scale. But it's a good approximation, and actually, after having visited the property and putting this set together, taking a look at it, it does take you right back there. And there's that area where all the work was going on. It looks like it was behind that flower bed there, just above that roof, which looks like a area prone to water infiltration. So good on them. But yeah, they've put so much money into this house, and it looks so wonderful inside. If you get the chance, take a trip. You can check out their website at martinhouse.org, and you can also do a virtual tour of the house there too. So just kind of get an idea of it, which much better than my meager offerings here. Of course, no video from inside the house for privacy's sake. And now we're taking a look at the back side of the house. This is the conservatory area here with the glass roof, and then this, actually I'm pointing right at the spot where I got this set. So it's kind of back in the horse stables of the carriage house. But there is a clear plate running underneath that with clear wedges and cheese slopes attached to it. And there's a look at the carriage house from where I was walking earlier outside. Down where those laundry poles are. But the carriage house is just wonderful. They had to rebuild most of that, as well as the Barton house, which is up on the right-hand side, which is not included in the set, and the gardener's cottage, which is a lot more like Wright offerings of later. Wonderful, wonderful pieces of the tour. So please take a gander there if you can. So this is me continuing my walk back around the property. You can see just over the hedges there, behind that 3-story house, 4-story with that attic, is the visitor center. And just to the left, off the screen, you can't see it, would be the gardener's cottage. And again, that thing for a gardener's cottage, I would love to have been that gardener. But they have certain functions for members of the, I guess you'd say, Preservation Society. So they have things outside here. Now we're going to take a look at the pergola as we approach here, back to the way we came. So the pergola extends from the house over to the conservatory. It's just kind of a covered walkway, but it's a nice breezy area where, you'd be out of the sun, out of the elements in the winter, out of the rain. If you just want to go out to the greenhouse and check out some things. So, yeah, it's pretty elaborate under here, with lights running down the entire length. Of course, Roman brick everywhere. And really, really well done inserts for the woodwork here along the top. And of course, all this has been renovated, so can't really tell how well much of anything around here has weathered the years, just because they spent so much time and effort and money trying to update it and bring it back to where it was. But the frames themselves have that extra little frame inside them for the window to kind of just set everything off right. Just a couple steps down here from the pergola, and then you have kind of a three-way intersection. So the left is the carriage house. If you go out the right here, you can go to the Barton house and the gardens around the side and to the front along the other avenue there. And you get a good look at the main house from there. It's just everything just seems to line up perfectly. And of course, as you can see from comparing this to the Atom Brick set, not nearly as faithful to the site. The house is pretty good, but the site, if you could expand it if you want, but good luck getting hold of extra Atom Brick. So what we're approaching here through the conservatory is the statue of Ney of Samothrace. Repeated a couple times in Wright's work, and this is actually a reproduction of the original. And then you have that wonderful skylight above to just kind of give this area a magnificent sense of just presence. And there's another way to get into the carriage house and the apartment above that. And back over here you have another intersection. So this will take you to the cafe, which was another kind of storage shed on the property, currently functioning as a cafe. Did not have the time or opportunity to hop in there. So here is the box that you get when you purchase the Atom set. It feels really, really nice. It's got kind of that silky print going on for it. So it's got just a different texture and appearance from a Lego set. And all the Atom Brick sets that I've put together so far have come with hardbound instructions. And the first 10 to 20 pages of these instructions are just kind of a nice overview of what the set represents. So here we have the interiors of the Martin house, which we've just taken a look at, and the Ney there. One thing I will say about the Atom Brick sets, and there's the visitor center, which we didn't get to take a look at. It can be a little bit much for instructions, so level of difficulty higher than the Lego set, but you get all these leftover bits afterwards, and a single stud brick separator, so good times. And thank you to everybody who made this possible. Thanks, Spot. Next time we're out in Buffalo, we're going to get out to Grey Cliff. Thanks to Tabby, of course, my partner in this wild craziness, and then Little Babies and Frank Lloyd Wright himself. Thanks for watching. Check out some more stuff coming soon.